Mickey, first week of finals must be a good buzz around the club, mate.
Yeah, it's exciting. The full season's over and anything can happen in finals, so we're looking forward to it.
And you're coming in with some pretty good form. Obviously, you had a bit of a rough patch, those 5 matches where you couldn't get a win, but you've come in now in a 5-match unbeaten run. It must be good to bring that good form into the business end of the season.
Yeah, I've been in finals campaigns before, and it really counts a lot when you've got momentum leading into the game, so I think we've had that. Last game we conceded a few goals, which was unfortunate, but at the same time we scored 5, so yeah, we're in good shape and looking forward to Sunday.
So you talk, Michael, about potentially it was going to be Wellington. Obviously it's Melbourne City now. Does the opponent matter?
In a one-off game, yeah, I think it just matters how you approach it and what sort of form you're in, and the players available. And we're lucky enough to be in good form, and we've got a lot of players available, and it's a home final, which is really important. So we can't control the opponent who we were going to play. In the end, it turned out quite strange how there was 2 5-0 games, which turned us to get City. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll take it.
Were you preparing for Wellington at all, or did you literally just have to wait for the result?
Nah, so we had a 10-day break between when we played Brisbane on Thursday, and we've got this game on Sunday. So by the time they played, yeah, we had a day off that day. So.
Have you been spoken to by Marco yet about what role you'll play, or Jordan might come in and you'll move to the side? Do you know yet?
Still a little bit early, and yeah, I'm not too sure what he has planned, and I think even if I did, I probably wouldn't tell you.
With Ryan Strain coming back in, does it make it hard now for the defenders and Marco definitely to put someone in that back spot?
I'm not sure what he will change, if he'll change a winning side or what will happen, but it is good to know that we've got a lot of players available, and I think you look at players like last game we had Bubba came in, who hasn't played in 9 months since round 2, and he comes in and scores on his second touch, so it's just good to have players available for the big games.
And speaking of, obviously, mate, you've shifted, when Jordan went out injured, you've shifted to centre back. I think you've played the last 8 or 9 matches there now. How have you enjoyed that, and how's that sort of adjustment process been for you?
It took a few games. It's a very different position to playing fullback, but started to get the hang of it, and I'm enjoying it. But I think that comes with winning as well. You really enjoy when you're winning, so happy to fill in wherever.
It's almost a bit of a sliding doors moment, isn't it? Because I guess you lost your spot at right back to Ryan Strain. You were out of the team. Jordan picks up that late injury, I think, against the Wanderers, and you come in and sort of nail down your spot. I suppose that's how quickly football can sort of change. Yeah,
it is funny. It's happened a few times over the career where you go in and out, and I think that's what experience brings. You know that things like that can be around the corner. A little injury, a little sickness, a change of mind, anything can happen in football. It's a game of opinions.
Do you, as a group now, do you feel as if scoring has become easier? You've actually found some targets up forward now.
Yeah, I think if we focus on our strengths, and in the last whatever it is, 5-6 games, I think we've defended really well. Apart from last game, obviously when we conceded 3, but we've been hard to score against. The team works really hard defensively. And we might not get as many chances as the other team, but we make it very, very hard for them to score, and I think that's one of our strengths this year, especially lately. So we need to focus on that first, I think.
But the factor is that's come to the fore is that you've been able to score at the other end now as well. So is that just such a bonus coming into these matches?
I think we've got such pace up front in our wide areas, and good players in the front 3 and front 4, that we're going to get chances regardless. I think if we can keep the games at not conceding, we're a chance against anyone.
There was a 0 draw only a few weeks ago that you played City. How do you go about making sure you get the win this time around?
Yeah, so last time we played City, I thought the first half we were excellent, and we had a couple of chances to score where we probably should have scored. And then the second half, it was a bit of a turnaround where they got on top of us, but we still managed to keep it at 0-0. So. Yeah, I think if we can keep more of the like we played against them in the first half, we'll be a chance.
And what's that? More attacking, more force feeding players up the ground?
I think we just made it really hard for them. We put pressure on them. We pressed high. As soon as they made a backward pass, we all stepped up, and yeah, the team worked really hard.
I think there's about 6 or 7 ex-Adelaide United players in this Melbourne City squad, including a couple of guys you won a title with back in 2016. Does that add a sort of extra element going into a game like this?
I don't even think about it, to be honest. Once they're out, I don't think of them much as Adelaide United players anymore. So yeah, it's the A-League as well. A lot of players move around, and so you can't be doing that all the time.
And just speaking of that title win, mate, obviously you were part of that squad and you know what it takes to go through a finals campaign and to win the big one. Do you see any similarities in this current squad to maybe that 2016 squad that gives you some belief that you can get on another run?
I think we play very different to how we played during that winning year, but we still have a really good core group and a good winning mentality. And I've said before again, but having a home final is such a big advantage, especially in just a one-off game. So hopefully the crowd comes out.
Marco has an unbelievable record when it comes to knockout games. This is another one. Does that really help you? The do or die contest, does that really help you guys?
Yeah, well, we're a chance against Melbourne City because we're going to compete, and I'm sure they're going to compete. But it can be just such little things in a final, and I think that again, the home final was such a big advantage.
You've seen a lot across your career in the A-League. Has this season been vastly different to any others, or where we can expect that a side outside that top group is going to come through, or is it, they're just upsets waiting to happen?
We saw for a few years that Sydney were the out-and-out best team in the comp, and then you've seen Perth this year come out and really smash the records with points and wins and whatnot. But we've seen those teams as well. They lose against certain opposition as well. So there's ways to play against them, and that's the beauty of being in one-off finals. Anything can happen against them, and you're a chance against anyone on any day. So it's great.
Will this give Marco a proper send-off? You win on Sunday, you go through the next round, win, then hopefully win a title. Is it the best way to give Marco a goodbye?
Ever since we heard the news that he wasn't staying on, nothing's changed. It's been exactly the same. Still been very professional, and I'm sure he would enjoy winning in any moment, just being the coach he is. So.
That surprised you, Michael, just how professional he was? You probably understand if he sort of changed his tune a little bit, but it sounds like he's been pretty pure throughout the whole process.
No, there hasn't been any change in terms of anything. It's been the same lead up to games and same 100% effort and everything.
What about the players? There's just no talk about that. It's just all about the pitch and what's happening out there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any time to dwell on stuff like that. This week's our first game of the finals, and if we want to be in the grand final, we've got to win this one. So.